guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Hey.
What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from Huddle.gg. Today's video, we're going to talk about how to attack your 4-3 even 6-1 type of defense, especially when people are running cover 4 quarters, any type of cover 4 quarters where they shade down where it's hard flats, whether it's your cover 2 type look or man coverage. These route combinations are going to do really good for you when it comes to attacking what most people go ahead. Now, I'm going to do this out of the double Z close sweep, which is a formation we just added to our Giants game plan about a week and a half ago that I like to use as a scheme to get people out of 4-3 even 6-1 because of the way that it has the presence of a lot of different routes that are really good against it. But I want to make sure you understand that what I'm going to teach you today is route combinations that you can use any playbook and pretty much any formation that's similar to this when it comes to understanding, 1-2 types of reads that's going to get this open. Okay, so just know that if you want to know where I'm doing this out of, it's out of the Giants, but understand that this is a route combination, something that we basically go ahead and teach on our website, our Route Combo Bible. I'll get into that a little bit later so you guys understand what that is, but let's jump into the video and explain it. So cover 4 quarters, okay? The thing I love against cover 4 quarters is using the routes that basically are spot routes. Sometimes you call them snag routes, sometimes they call them hooks if it's a tight end. You'll see one here in the motion PAX spot. If I go through this, you're going to see one in the motion Z spot here on the left. The motion switch wheel, there's one from the tight end. The motion combo from the tight end. You can see that there's a lot in this formation. There's a unique one here by the Dagger Z comeback, which is more of a hook, but it is something that when you understand what I teach you, you're going to see how these are going to be very important for you to have a 1-2 type of read. Okay, let's start off with just talking about the one here in motion Z spot. Okay, now what I love about this type of offense is it's got a close player here on the right, so you're going to basically attack to the middle quickly, and then what you have is doubles on the left. Okay, now the way that a lot of people play 4-3 even 6-1, it's a fan out defense. What I mean by that is that they're going to be very good when it comes to taking the initial throw to the sidelines with this player, right? You're going to take the initial sidelines over here with this player, right? That way. And then what you're going to see is that they've got these 2 safeties that are going to play the seams really, really well, right? A lot of times people move these guys up. It doesn't really matter. And then what you see is that puts a lot of stress on the user. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's quarter flats or hard flats. The user's basically gonna have to cover, for the most part, from the hash mark to the numbers, right? This is basically all his area to cover and underneath 10 yards, okay? But the good part about this defense is that you really have a lot of, quick hitters. If you try to throw it to your tight end, up the middle, the safety is going to do it. Try to do it to the seam over here, the safety is going to get it. So they have to really just, basically take the first threat away, right? But we're going to give them 2 things to worry about on every single one of these route combinations, and you guys see how this is going to be successful. So the first route combination is, I'm going to show you how a 5-yard curl, which is this X receiver, accompanied with a wheel route from the slot receiver, is one of the best route combinations that I go to in situations to where I know I need to get 5+ yards. Usually it's going to be 10+ yards against cover 4 quarters. I'm going to block the running back so I have extra protection. I'm going to put the A on a flat. Okay, so the reason why I'm picking this play to do this out of, because I can put this X on a curl, right? And I can basically, if you look at him, and I can stem him down to that 5-yard mark anytime I want, right? It's the same thing. But the reason why I'm doing it on this play is because I've got the B route as an accompanying route. So if the user goes ahead and says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cover towards the left here to go this way, the B is going to be open right here, and you're going to get yourself an easy catch. If the user says, you know what, I'm going to take this away, I'm going to show you what happens on the left side of the field, right? So what we're going to do here again is put the A on a flat, put the running back on a blocking assignment, put the Y on a wheel, okay? Now, if the user goes again and goes to the right, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see that this X is going to be sitting here. Nobody's going to be near him, and you're going to be able to catch and get all this yards. And I'll explain why. Against cover 4 quarters, when they leave the quarter flat on the field, when you look at the left side of the field, what you're going to notice here, or basically anywhere, right? The first player to the flat is going to be the Y receiver. right? So he's going to get the attention of this player, and because he's the first player to the flat, and then he's going to match him and go up the field. Well, the first player that goes deep on the left side is the wheel. So once this guy gets to about the 5-yard mark, he's going to go ahead and match him and go up the field with him because he's the first one. Now, the first player that's going to go deep, or basically the deepest player on the left side of the field, because there's no deep routes, is this player. Why? So he's going to go ahead and look for a deep route, see that there's nothing, and then he's going to go ahead and match him. So you got 3 players over here matching this one player, leaving the X open, because all the rules of match are showing that the Y is their responsibility. I got no other deep routes on the field. So at that point, you're going to see how that guy's going to get open, right? So that's the first route combination we're going to talk about, is basically using that. Now, what's really nice about this, we could do the same thing with the motion X spot, and you can do it actually as a quicker hitter. What does that mean? If I put the Y on a wheel with this X route, now it's a spot, right? I go ahead and do something like this. This is kind of a route combination I like, right? I'm just going to put this guy in like a shorter curl on the right. So that way, if this guy goes ahead and goes this way, we've got the B. If this guy goes this way, we've got the X. And what you're going to see here is if I just leave this guy in the middle against this, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to take this guy over. The X is going to get wide open. You can see how we can wait this all day long. And now it's a shorter throw. It's a quicker throw. So if they do come out in a blitz, you can throw at the blitz. What I mean by coming out of blitz, because sometimes what they'll do is they'll do something like this, where this guy's going to come blitzing off that edge. Well, if you got a route combination like this, where you're basically, you got the guy blocking for you, but just so you can see it, right? This guy comes flying off the edge. You just throw this really, really hot to him, and you got yourself an easy catch, right? So using these spot routes are going to be nice in that regard. Well, what if, we want to, change this up a little bit, right? Well, next thing I want to show you is a route combination that I'll go back to a different place so you can kind of see it, where we can actually get the flat route open pretty easily, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this play Dagger Z comeback, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing here. And we're going to go ahead and put this Y now on a flat, the running back on a streak, and I'm going to put the B on a flat, okay? Now let me explain why this works so well. What's going to happen here is that a quarter flat is going to match the running back. Now he's going to leave the Y open, okay? So if you look at this, that guy's going to go this way. Now we have an easy throw to this player. We're going to get the field, and we've got an easy catch, okay? So this route combination attacks that. Now they're sick of going ahead and worrying about the player basically matching everybody because he's in a quarter flat. So now they're going to start doing is they're going to play underneath coverage, right? Well, if they play underneath coverage here, what you're going to see is that you've got the ability here to basically attack the user in 2 different places, right? Because if this guy's playing underneath coverage, he's going to sprint to the left side and go low. That's going to leave the running back open early, which is going to make this guy have to come over here, right, to cover him. And if that's the case, just kind of go through the progressions. Now the A is going to be open right here, easy catch, and you get up the field, right? Well, if they do this and say they stay at home, right, and maybe miss a read, right? So they do underneath coverage. You go ahead and do the same thing with this running back up the seam, the Y on a flat, right? And they go ahead and they cover this guy. Maybe, somehow or another, they figure out how to stop whatever. Well, if you look over here, you see the Y's there. Now you just wait for this comeback to come back, and you can see how we're going to have that catch over there, right? I obviously didn't time that well. Typically, and I didn't actually show you this here, typically I do go stem down the comeback one spot, and I'm going to show you why here. If you go ahead and take them down one notch, it's hard to see, it's going to be a lot better for you. And I'll show you here why, right? Because what you're going to see is this guy's going to come down, this guy's going to go this way. It's a quicker route. Now you're going to be able to throw away from everybody, okay? Small detail that I didn't show why I was able to get a knockout on the first play, but not on the second play. So this route combination, if you just understand it, running back on a streak, the slot receiver on a flat with a comeback, you're going to be able to go ahead and allow for yourself to beat quarters really, really easily, right? This guy goes up, this guy goes here, we'll easily just throw it to this player, and you can see how if everything works well, that guy catches it and gets up the field, right? That's just basically the way that this route combination is basically designed. You can see again, now catch this ball, get the field up the field, and you're good to go, right? So now let's go ahead and add one more route to the equation. And what you're going to see here is that this is going to be something that we're going to just kind of kick it up a notch, And I'm going to use the play curl combo just to show it to you, but it can be done in any route combination, right? And what you're going to see here is this time we're going to do the same thing on the left. We're going to put the Y on the wheel. We're going to take the X and we're going to stem all the way down. And then we're going to just take this RB and we're going to put him on a post route and stem him down. And then we'll just put the A on flat. And the reason why I like this route so much is it's going to look just like the streak route. But what happens is because it doesn't go up the field, it doesn't get the same attention as the safety. So if the user sells out and goes right? Let's just say the user sells out and goes right. What you're going to see is that this RB is now going to be able to go ahead and get this catch and has a lot better opportunity of getting some big yards. So it's just one of those deals to where when I do this once, I don't expect it ever to get open again. I expect the user to always have to cover it. And when they always have to cover that, that's where you're going to start hitting the B, right? So if they always have to go cover this player, now the B is going to get open and you're going to get yourself an easy catch over there. So when you understand how to use the route combinations in your favor, you can go ahead and attack anything you want, whether they're doing quarter flats or they're doing hard flats. A lot of the stuff is still going to work because of the way that it fans out the defense. If you like this type of content, guys, definitely go check out our website, because this is a thing that I like to do on the website called Route Combo Bible, where we teach you basically just route combinations. These two routes are going to get this guy open against quarter flats. These two routes on this side is going to get somebody open against quarter flats or hard flats. And if you combine them together, now it's going to be really hard for you to have the defense stop you. These are intended to help you guys learn the game from a way that you can make your own plays, go in your own playbooks, do your own schemes, to where now you're taking something maybe you love from a different playbook that we haven't taught and adding our principles or concepts to it and making that much better of a player. Definitely check it out. It is part of our subscription. Basically something that I feel that is probably one of the best things in all of the content space that people love, because there's something to understand about making your own schemes and being able to utilize that in the field, just that accomplishment. And this is kind of one of those building blocks to doing so. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Check that out if you guys are interested. But I just want to kind of show you how a scheme that we put together can help you, and a scheme that basically you can put together yourself can help if you understand the concepts you're using. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the next video.